Biggest regret, not quitting my job earlier. People think I had it all figured out. I didn't. Did I have a backup plan when I left my job? I did not. All right, let's get into the questions. All right, what's good? Back on the roof. Just want to get right into it. I reached out to some people personally just to, ask them what questions they have for me, what they think folks would want to hear. And here they are. Just going to get right into them and we'll see how it goes. Uh, how do you actually get clients without a huge network? Spoiler alert, uh, you don't. You don't. People think that it's easy to get clients without having a huge network, or there's a way that you can do it. No, it's pretty difficult. It's hard not to have a warm lead or some type of warm intro to try to get new leads and new clients. So for me, it was it was easy because I've been in the space for 10 years and I have a whole bunch of folks that I know and I've worked with in the past. So a lot of it is warm intros. Cold emailing and cold outreach very rarely works. I have done it, and it's good to meet new people, but does it actually lead into client work right away? Most likely not. You typically know, but you can play the long game. And I mean, I don't ever go into cold outreach as, yo, let's go ahead and get this work and let me see here's what I could do for you right now. It's typically, I think you're cool. I think what your company's doing is cool. I just want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. I want to be associates, friends, and just see what's up with you. So it's really, really hard to grow without, a huge network and to get clients without a huge network. So y'all know me, I ain't gonna fluff it and give you the extra sauce to make these videos hit. It's hard. It's really hard. It's not impossible. It just, there's a lot of time you have to put into it, a lot of hours. And I do put in those hours, but I think it's people should focus more on the relationship rather than trying to get cold outreach and moving that process and the sales process really quickly because it ain't gonna happen. All right, next question. How much money do you make doing this and starting this creative venture that you've done? Okay. I'm not a person that likes to talk about money. I know people like to ask about it. I understand when I wanted to go do this, I looked up, how much money can you make in this field if it makes sense. So doing your research is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into the details, but you do make money doing this. It's slow. It's not as fast as people think. It's mostly just thinking about, switching your mindset on how you make money because you are responsible for your money now. And but yeah, it's know your margins, the business 101 type of things, understand your margins, know what it costs to, operate, know what you're charging up front. Don't under uh, scope. That's never good. Don't do that. Do not do that. And again, not to say that you can't do it every now and then if there's a client or a job you really want to do or a project you care about. But try not to do that. Make sure you have healthy margins. Make sure you can pay yourself. In the service-based business, it's really important to make sure you have some type of wiggle room. And it's easier to have wiggle room to make money because there's not as much hard costs. So, yeah. So I would say, uh, I actually do make money, but I will not disclose how much money I make because I'm not a publicly traded company. I probably should keep that in house, but there's that. All right, what's the hardest part about running your business that people don't see? I think it's the relationship part of it. I'm a pretty genuine guy. And this kind of goes to the question I answered earlier about getting clients without a huge network. You have a huge network and you start to realize that, people don't care. People don't care about what you got. Like, I mean, some people are supportive. Don't get me wrong. Some people are supportive, but the people that you thought you had really good relationships with, and you're just like, hey, I just want to talk to you. It's been a while. Let's just hang out. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. We were cool beforehand when we worked together in the past. I thought we had a good connection, and they will ghost you like no other. Yo, and I think that's been the biggest enlightenment for me is getting to a point where I'm realizing, the people that you thought were cool and just wanted to, rock with you and had good vibes. They just needed you at the moment. when they don't need you anymore, you here today and gone tomorrow. Like they throw you away, like they leave you on red. It don't matter if you hit them up. You just be like, yo, man, it's just checking up on you. Hey, man, I haven't heard on you, heard from you. Hey, I heard, you got something going on out there. Like you good? Like how's it? Just checking on you, and they will ghost you. Like you don't even exist. So I think that's been the hardest part is, uh, you know, separating the personal side of the business side because you think that you have good relationship with these people and it throws me off because they know me. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just checking in, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just checking in, just trying to be cool. But yeah, yeah, it's never personal. It's business, and people will only rock with you if you can offer something for them. And that's again, I don't like to be. I don't like making it sound like everyone's the same, but I would say a large majority of people are like that. So, what would you do if you had to start from scratch today? If I had to start all over again from scratch, yo, I think the first thing off rip is, people don't talk about this much, but a business plan, just having an understanding of what you're doing, getting your concept together under having a game plan. I think that's important so you can go out and execute on the tactics. So having an overall strategy and how you want to approach it and then executing there. Really weeding out and understanding the people around you and who they are, how they can help, and because it's not mostly about helping you grow the business. It's about the personal side of it because it is a lonely job. It is very lonely to start a company and to run it yourself. So having a good support system around you is really important. So focusing on that, and then building capital, whatever I can do to build that nest egg and having enough money to do this, I think that's important. And doubling down on social. Like social is free. You have your phone, do your thing, keep marketing, keep building out a marketing strategy, get out there, try new things. Don't worry about the niche. Just make stuff. So I think that's uh, the biggest thing there. But yeah, that's what I would do. Just like those 3 to 4 things, just moving it really quickly and not wasting too many times and hitting the ground running quickly. Speed is your friend. So do that. What makes brands content actually work on social? Okay, that's a good question. It's a great segue. I think this is a two-prong approach to this. Uh, the first one is knowing what already works, getting on the not just the trends, but understanding the formula that works. Those, especially on social, quick, engaging, those hooks that really hit hard and stick at the beginning, giving them the journey of, giving them the curiosity, building that curiosity, giving them the payoff. I think that's also very important. Again, quick cuts, fast moving. I like to do things a little bit different. And again, that's one strategy of it. I think the other one is being different, uh, being different and trying new things, having different content pillars that you can pull from, and having maybe 20% of things that you try that's different, being unique. And then whatever your brand is, double down on your brand. Really be authentic to your brand. Don't just jump on trends. Don't just do all the stuff that everyone else does. Do what's uniquely you, right? So I don't think that Nike should be doing the same thing that Hermes is doing because their brands are different. They do different things, and their audiences are different. So making sure you stay within your lane, but also be unique and be authentic to what your audience sees you as, and also be authentic to who you actually are. Most importantly, because authenticity is what moves and what works well in the social world we're in right now. How do you structure your week to stay productive? Oh man, I don't know, I'm still figuring it out. I think I've always been a pretty disciplined person with playing ball growing up and working out. I still work out consistently, but I'm more of a night owl. So I hit a second win at like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not really an early riser anymore. I used to wake up early for work and other things, but people do get emails from me at 6 in the morning. And that's just because I schedule them. Because whenever I hit that win at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm hitting it. But eating healthy, getting as much sleep as I can, even though I sleep late and I'm a night owl. I do try to get my 7 hours in when I can. Working out, I work out as often as I can. I'm starting to run a lot more. Hated running back in the day, but I'm running a lot more. I lift weights, and then blocking out hours to do specific things. So like every first of the month, I'm doing, the paperwork and the money and the accounting, making sure I see where everything's going, looking at our margins, seeing how the last month was, and I also do that every Monday as well, just to get a good understanding of what the finances are looking like. Leave some time for marketing to do what I need to do, but and then time for deep work calls. But it's mostly just making sure I keep a schedule where I can, and sometimes not being afraid to scrap the schedule and do whatever I'm feeling at the moment. So I think those are the main things I do to be productive. But it's mostly about like staying healthy, eating right, exercising, and then uh, making sure I break out my day to do everything I need to do. This phone and my computer with my calendar, I block out times to do things, and it helps a lot. So that's important. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell y'all to make your bed in the morning and dip your head in ice water. I am nah. Come on now. Come on now. Do you ever deal with imposter syndrome? Yo, I think imposter syndrome is just another corporate or nice way of saying, uh, I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I understand what's going on. And I don't have imposter syndrome. I used to when I was younger and early in my career, even mid-career too. I just, you get to a point where you are who you think you are, and you realize that everybody everybody doesn't know what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing there. Everyone's figuring it out. You work with people and you start going, oh, I thought you had it all figured out, and they don't. We all don't. We're all trying to figure it out. Some people are very good at it, and some people do know what they're talking about. But for the most part, there's no one that knows every single thing they're doing. Even as a manager, as a CEO, as a founder, as a, whatever, a parent, you don't know every right decision to make. It's you get as much information as you can and you make as educated as a decision as you can. So, you're not going to be perfect. We're all human. We're going to make mistakes, but knowing that everyone is in the same boat and you're going to do your best no matter what the situation is. Focus on that because it's all that other noise don't matter. Just focus on who you are, what you can do, and just knowing that you can do your best because not every situation is optimized for you, and not every decision is the best to make. And sometimes there is no right decision. So a lot of the time, people feel like they don't know what's going on because they're like they have to make the right decision. There isn't a right decision. There just isn't sometimes. And damned if you do and damned if you don't. So just pick one. Take the path of least turmoil and turbulence and try to make it work. So yeah, you are who you think you are, okay? Come on. How do you stay creative while consistently working for clients? Oh, I mean, there's tons of different things you could do, man. There's creativity around you everywhere. Get outside, get some fresh air, have a good time. Read magazines, like the old magazines back in the day, like look up archives. There's tons of different things you can do to be creative, have your spec projects, do things that are fun, start a YouTube channel, make social, go for a walk, go on a nature walk, like travel. There's tons of things you can do to be creative. I get that I think I understand where this question's coming from. If how do you stay creative when your client basically makes you do things that you don't want to do? But I don't see it that way. You do a lot of different things with clients, and you're hopefully giving some input into what they're doing. And sometimes there's clients that are just like, yo, just do what I told you to do, and that's fine too. Add your spin to it where you can. But yeah, be creativity is everywhere. There's no reason why you should allow your clients in the work that you're doing to silo you from being creative. There's other outlets. There's nothing that hamstrings you in here. Once you get done with work, go do something else. Go find something else to do. Find a hobby. The creativity will be there. But one important thing I think is I would be remiss if I say this. If you don't use that creative part of your brain, you will lose it, and not lose it completely. It'll just start to diminish a little bit, and it's going to take you a while to bring it back. I've had that before where wasn't using the creative side of my brain as much, and I wasn't exercising that muscle, and it kind of went away. So make sure you exercise it as much as you can because it'll take you a little bit to get it back on. It doesn't go away completely, but it takes some time to get that part of you going again. So make sure you do that. What's one habit that's changed the game for you as a founder? Hmm. I think it's always like being curious. Curiosity has been really helpful for me. Asking questions, reaching out to folks that I've worked with in the past, reaching out to people that I admire, and just asking them questions, and not being afraid to be curious, and being a sponge and wanting to learn more, not being afraid to ask for help. I think that's been something that's changed a lot for me. I've always loved information, but really doubling down and meeting new people, getting out there, networking, doing different things. I think that's been game changing for me because I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of great people. Sometimes even just watching people that you admire, or you think highly of, or you think are smart, is very helpful. Seeing what they're doing, and sending them a note. You would be surprised, man. A lot of people, I was talking about earlier, some people that you thought you were cool with, and don't have time for you, which is cool. But there's some people that are strangers that do want to help you. Again, don't be salesy. Stop trying to sell stuff, people. But reach out, be like, hey man, I see what you did. Like, I like this thing that you've done. Would love to, chat, or just wanted to just say, hey, I like that you did that. And I'm like, yo, thanks. And you can keep that conversation going. So that's been game changing for me, for sure. And maybe I'll have another answer to that, or all of these questions later on. But I want to come out here back on the roof, drop some gems for y'all, hopefully answer some questions. If y'all have questions, put them in the comments. Be commenting on all these videos. Appreciate you. Shout out to Jess, Kendall, all the homies, Jordan, back in the day, Sam. There's a ton of folks. I'm missing a couple people, but some of y'all coming on and uh, commenting. I appreciate y'all. Leave y'all questions if y'all got any. If y'all new to the channel, and hopefully you got something from this, leave a comment as well. Subscribe, and I'll be back next week with another video. Maybe not on the roof. I have a surprise next week. All right. Peace.